welcome back to the world of Movie Melee. I am your host, Kaleb Koho, back again for another round of the Summer Series Singles Tournament. We are here in the quarter-final round with a familiar matchup as the 4-seed Cameron Holzmann rematches with the 5-seed David Nishimoto, the second time these two have faced off, and it is for all the marbles to get to the semifinals. Joining me today on the desk is the punching bag, one Jackariah Pinchuk. How you doing, Jack?
That should honestly be my nickname at this point. I'm doing quite well. How are you, Koho?
I'm doing great. I'm very excited to watch these two face off again. Last time they played, it was high stakes. Winner got to a number one contenders match. And here, it's basically the exact same situation. High stakes get to the semifinals, which in and of itself, sort of already a number one contenders match. So seeing these two face off again should be a good one. A close one last time. Should be a close one again this time. So go ahead. We'll bring them in. Talk to our competitors. That would be David Nishimoto with his manager, Jake Meltzer. You have made it once again to the quarterfinals of the tournament. You find yourself now in a position where you're playing Holzmann once again. How are you feeling about the match tonight?
Yeah, I mean, I'm not going to lie. I feel pretty nervous. Yeah, I've been here before. You know, third round has always been very difficult opponents to play against. You know, first was Brian, and then it was Joseph. Now it's Holtzmann. So, yeah, I mean, the past 2 weeks, I just watched a lot of basketball, watched a lot of musicals, and I just want to get it all out there. So, you know, I mean, whatever happens, I just want to do my best.
Yeah, and listen, no deep cuts. So I think that helps you because you guys have a lot of familiarity. R.I.P. Antal, but the lack of deep cuts I think really helps you here. I'm really excited to be here for you, and I'm ready to see this thing get underway. Let's do this.
Yeah, let's do it.
Absolutely. We're going to take a pause real quick because my headphones, I think, either just died or I don't know what just happened, but I lost all ability to hear everyone. So 1 second. I fix that. See if it'll come back.
Didn't like that sound.
I can hear all you now without my headphones being on. Let's see if these headphones connect again.
Jake, who are you talking to? Who's that?
No, my girlfriend's showing me TikToks, and that's what echoed. There was like a cat.
No.
I see.
I love that lady.
Still never seen.
You
Still
just
never seen her.
Okay, we're going to have to ditch these headphones. Yeah, that's good. We're just going to ditch those ones. All right. Well, we will see you guys in the match. We'll say goodbye to Jake for now, and we will bring in their opponent today. That would be the commander, Cameron Holzmann, number 4 seed. You have played David before. This is your, I think, second time in the quarterfinals in your career, maybe the third. How are you feeling about being in this position?
I believe this is my third time in the quarterfinals. Yeah, because I've made it to the semis twice, and then one time I lost to some manager who I don't need to talk about. But no, I feel good. Yeah, like it's been said, Dave and I have played before, both here and somewhere else. Like David said, he watched a lot of basketball movies. I would say at this moment in time, I know more about basketball movies than I know about my own father. I've never studied them. I just existed in the same space as him for 22 years. But this, I put an effort in.
Wow. Well, that's a lot. On that note,
I was born on Father's Day and probably should have a better relationship with him.
We are not your therapist. We are your trivia hosts. So we're going to get into it with one reports like this. You're each going to get 8 questions from 8 different areas within the realm of general movie trivia. Should you get all 8 questions correct, you'll be issued a bonus question. You have 3 repeats for the entirety of the match and a challenge rule. Any questions as we get into round number 1?
Nope.
All right. Then your first question will come in the category of the 2000s. Margot, Chaz, and Richie are all characters in what 2000s film? Jack, do you have a good relationship with your father?
I mean, I would say so, yeah. But would he say the same thing? I don't know. I don't ask.
Interesting. Riveting stuff. Welcome to Multiplex Does Therapy. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pens down. We'll go to Cam.
The Royal Tenenbaums.
We will go to David.
Blaze of Glory.
Royal Tenenbaums is correct. So Holzmann will strike first blow. 1-0 as we get to the second question, Jack.
All right, and your second question will become the category of directors. Your question is, who directed the most films in the Pink Panther franchise?
We've said this once before, Jack. You are, in and of yourself, a director. You have made movies. And I want to see them, Jack. I want to watch your movies.
You know what? I found my grade 12 film studies movie once. I can find it again.
Find it,
Will
because
I
I
show
want
it to you?
mine. I want to watch your movies, Jack. 5, 4,
I'll see what I can do.
2, 1. Pens down. We'll go to David.
Blake Edwards.
We'll go to Cam.
That is the right answer.
Blake Edwards is the right answer. There are no perfect rounds now. With that, we are tied 1 apiece. All right, so we are tied 1 apiece as we get to your third question in the category of recent releases. What is the first thing that Emily is tasked with buying using a fake credit card in Emily the Criminal?
What was that, sorry?
Did you see this one, Jack? Did you like it?
I did not see it. I saw that it was on Obama's favorite movies of the year, but I didn't see the movie.
Really?
It's a good movie.
You know what was on Obama's favorite movies
It is
of the
good.
year in 2019? Your movie.
No,
5, 4.
I was
3.
so expecting you to say Hamilton.
What?
And mad at you.
Hands down. We're going to go to Cam.
A television.
And we're going to go to David.
Yeah, put a TV.
TV, television, both correct. 2-2 as we get to your fourth question.
which comes in the category of comedy, read by me. Your question is, who plays runaway bride Carrie in Smokey and the Bandit?
All right, Jack.
Yes.
If you were an outlaw, Jack, what would your outlaw name be?
Ooh, that's an excellent question. If I was any good with coming up with names, then I wouldn't need Spence to come up with our team names.
That's terrifying that you let Jack do or Spence do the naming for you, Jack. They are also bad at names.
They're
5,
better than me.
3, 2, 1. Pens down. We're gonna go to David,
Raquel Welch.
and we're gonna go to Cam.
More like Dunaway, Brad. I don't know. They don't know.
Both incorrect. We're looking for Sally Field. Sally Field.
Oh, shit.
Move on now to your fifth question in the category of sci-fi fantasy. What 2010 sci-fi film is about a politician that falls in love with a dancer while a mysterious agency is determined to keep them apart? See, Jack, I would call you, I don't know, maybe like Jack the Hangman or something. You know what I mean?
It's
It'd
not
be
bad.
intimidating. People would see you and then they'd be like, why am I intimidated? It's just Jack.
I am not an intimidating person.
One.
Everyone
And
is
Tony hates that. We're gonna go to David.
The Adjustment Bureau.
And we're gonna go to Kim.
I have no idea how to spell the word bureau, the adjustment.
That's correct, I think.
The Adjustment Bureau is correct, so we are tied 3-3 as we get to your next question, Jack.
All right, your next question comes in the category of scores and soundtracks. What Pixies song plays at the end of Fight Club while the main characters watch the buildings around them collapse?
You've
There
seen
are
many things fall apart, Jack. You've witnessed many a collapse.
My
What's your
life
favorite?
being just one of the few things. But
Exactly.
yes. Anyways, what was your question?
I was gonna say, what's your favorite collapse? Is it the Oilers losing to the Knights, or
Honestly, I think it's the
Lost
Kraken
24
losing in
goals.
Game 7 to the Stars.
4, 3, 2, 1? Pens down. We're gonna go to Cam.
Where is my mind?
We're gonna go to David.
Where's your life?
Where's my mind is correct. So Cam leads 4-3 as we get to your penultimate question in the category of war. What is it good for? Private Robert Pruitt used to compete in what sport in From Here to Eternity? Jack, how long do you think it takes to get from here to eternity?
2 minutes.
See, I've heard it's more like about 3.5 if you're going brisk pace.
Oh shit! First time hearing of it.
3, 2, 1. Pens down. We're gonna go to David.
Boxing.
And we're gonna go to Cam.
Boxing.
Boxing is correct. 5-4 get to the final question of the round. Jack, what is their category?
Their category for the final question is Oscars. Their question is, for what film did Akira Kurosawa receive his only Best Director nomination?
Done it, Jack. We've reached the end of round 1.
Nothing's burned down yet. Thank God. These wildfires haven't reached my house yet.
The real end of round 1 was the friends we made along the way. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Thank you. And so we're gonna go to Cam.
Ran.
And we're gonna go to David.
Ran.
Ran is correct. So with that, Cam leads 6-5 coming out of round number 1. But Anti-Campus will get to round number 2, which is the wheel round. And it works like this. You're each going to get a chance to spin from the lovely wheel from wheelside.com. If you like the category land on, you're going to get 5 questions worth 2 points apiece. You can opt to multiple choice, but it devalues it down to being only worth 1 point. You can stick with or spin again from whatever you land on the first time, but you are stuck with whatever you land on the second time. Your categories on the wheel tonight are 21st century live action musicals, post 1980 basketball movies, romantic comedies, 1970s horror, directors, animation, and sports, as well as spinners and opponent's choice. Cam, you are in the lead. Would you like to go first or defer to David?
I'll defer.
All right, then we'll bring in Mr. Meltzer for what will be David's first spin at the wheel. And it lands on the category of the 1970s. Would you like to keep it or spin again?
I think we can spin again here.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's better stuff on there.
Let's do that.
Oh,
Spin again.
Right, spin again. You stuck with every land on. You land on the category of.
Oh, what is it? Can't see.
Looks like it'll be spinner's choice.
Well, I want to go with basketball.
You want to do basketball? All right. Yeah, I would say if you feel good about it. I mean, I know he's been watching like 70 billion of them in the last 2 weeks.
It's okay. Yeah. I should
You don't watch Juana, man, if you're
if you feel good about it, I would take it. And may you fare better than your beloved Celtics did earlier.
Oh, thank you. You had this. All right. That's okay.
All right. So
Yes.
keeping the category of basketball movies, I'll go ahead and take out the wheel. And Mr. Meltzer, Jack, would you like to go ahead and read David his questions in the category of basketball movies?
Sure. All right, David, are you ready for your questions in post-1980 basketball movies?
Yeah.
All right. Your first question. Kyle Lee Watson gets a scholarship to play for what college in Above the Rim?
Georgetown.
That is correct for 2 points. Your second question. In the winning season, Abby helps Bill keep the team together if he promises to do what for her?
Multiple choice.
All right, your multiple choice options are A, paint her house, B, teach her to drive, C, date her mom, or D, tutor her.
B.
B is correct for 1 point. Your third question. What comedian plays Coach Amros in Thunderstruck?
Jim Belushi.
That is correct for 2 points. All right, and now for your penultimate question in post-1980 basketball movies. In Glory Road, when Coach Haskins catches Bobby Joe with a girl, what exercise does he make him do as punishment?
Multiple choice.
All right. Your multiple choice options are A, swim laps, B, wall sits, C, run stairs, or D, push-ups.
B, as in boy.
That is unfortunately incorrect, Cam, for your 1 point steal. Your options, once again, are A, swim laps, B, wall sits, C, run stairs, or D, push-ups.
One of the few I didn't rewatch. I'll say C.
C is correct for 1 point steal.
Stairs. Okay.
And your final question in basketball movies. In Hoosiers, when Norman first talks to the townspeople about the team, he meets them in what type of establishment? Answers in 5, 4.
Multiple choice.
All right, your multiple choice options are A, barbershop, B, police station, C, diner, or D, bakery.
A.
A is correct for 1 point.
All right, so we'll go ahead and give Cam his first spin at the wheel. And it lands on looks
Directors.
like directors. I believe is what it landed on. Yes, directors.
I'll spin again.
All right, you're stuck with whatever you land on this spin.
I want my musicals.
You're stuck in the category of horror. Horror.
What I got last time we played. Let's see what happens.
Yep. I remember.
All right. I'll go ahead and give you questions in the category of horror. Cam, are you ready?
No.
Too bad.
Am I in contempt?
Your first question.
No.
What is the name of the head dance instructor in both versions of Suspiria?
Multiple choice.
Your options are A, Madame Marcos, B, Madame Blanc, C, Miss Tanner, or D, Miss Vendegast.
B.
B is correct for 1 point. Your second question in the category of horror. Reanimator takes place primarily in what U.S. state?
Man, I should talk to Rachel more. Multiple choice.
Your multiple choice options are A, Connecticut, B, Vermont, C, Maine, or D, Massachusetts.
Maine.
That is unfortunately incorrect. David, the chance for the 1 point steal. Your options are A, Connecticut, B, Vermont, C, Maine, or D, Massachusetts.
D, as in dog.
D, Massachusetts is correct for the 1 point steal. All right, Cam, your third question in horror. Who directed Lights Out?
David F. Sandberg.
That is correct for 2 points. Your penultimate question in horror. What type of location does the blob trap the main characters inside of before it is frozen with fire extinguishers in 1958's The Blob?
It's a diner.
That is correct for 2 points. And your final question in horror. The famous singer Usher made his feature film acting debut in what 90s horror film?
Can I hear what the score is currently?
12 to 12.
Okay. Well, David looks like he knows this. And I clearly don't. So multiple choice, please.
Your multiple choice options are A, I Know What You Did Last Summer, B, Urban Legend, C, The Faculty, or D, Phantoms.
I want to say he's in The Faculty, so that.
That's correct for 1 point.
Did you know that? Or
At the end of round number 2, Cam is in the lead 13 to David's 12, but anything can happen as we get to round number 3, which is the pick your poison round. It works like this. We're going to let our competitors choose what categories they would like questions in at a 1, 2, 3, and 4 point value. We go until there's a mathematical elimination or we have a winner. So the categories that they can choose from tonight are animation, actors and actresses, Sidney Poitier, 2010s, 1990s, comic book movies, recent releases, and mystery thriller. We'll let them choose from those categories, and we'll be back momentarily. All right, our competitors have chosen what they would like for their categories, and we'll get right into it. David, since you are behind, we start with you. You have chosen your 1-pointer in the category of comic book movies. Your question is, who plays Killmonger in Black Panther?
Michael B. Jordan.
That's correct for 1 point, tying the game and sending it back over to Cam for his 1.
All right, and Cam, your 1-pointer will be in recent releases. Your question. Anya Taylor-Joy, Ray Fiennes, and Nicholas Hoult star in what 2022 film?
The Menu.
That is correct for 1 point.
All right, so with that, we bounce back to David for his 2-pointer in the category you selected of the 2010s. Your question is, what famous criminal does Johnny Depp play in Black Mass?
I don't remember his name. Whitey Bulger.
That is correct for 2 points. And once again, the lead, sending it back to Cam for his 2-pointer.
All right, and Cam, your 2-pointer in comic book movies. How does Big Daddy die in Kick-Ass?
He is burned alive.
That is correct for 2 points.
Okay.
All right, sends it back to David for his 3-pointer in actors and actresses. Your question is, who has performances in Gone Girl, Ghostbusters Afterlife, and Avengers Infinity War?
Carrie Coon.
That is correct for 3 points. So we send it back to Cam for his 3-pointer.
All right, and Cam, your 3-pointer is in the category of the 2010s. Your question. What 2010s film features the location of Iron City, the sport motorball, and people with the title Hunter Warrior?
Alita Battle Angel.
That is correct for 3 points.
Movie.
Now here's the situation. We go back to David for his 4-pointer. If David hits, Cam will have to answer his 4-pointer, and the game continues. If David misses, Cam will be the winner. If you selected your 4-pointer in the category of the 1990s, your question is, what 90s fantasy film is about a nobleman who miraculously stops aging in 1603 after the queen requests him not to grow old on her deathbed?
Repeat.
Question is, what 90s fantasy film is about a nobleman who miraculously stops aging in 1603 after the queen requests him not to grow old on her deathbed?
Orlando.
That is correct for 4 big points.
Oof.
That we go over to Cameron Holzmann for his 4-point question. If Cam hits it, he will win the game and move on to the semifinals. If he doesn't, David will be the winner and move on to the semifinals. Jack, what is his question?
All right, your 4-point question in animation, Cameron. In Puss in Boots: The Last Wish, what is the name of the technique Puss uses where he stabs an enemy under the fingernail?
Oh.
Five, 4, 3.
Repeat the question.
Right. In Puss in Boots: The Last Wish, what is the name of the technique Puss uses where he stabs an enemy under the fingernail?
I got one thing in mind, so we might as well go for it. The splinter.
And your winner, David Nishimoto.
Oh, fuck.
The answer was the Spanish splinter. The Spanish splinter. With that,
Oh my
what
God.
a game, Jack. I think that is probably the match of the quarterfinals so far. Your thoughts?
Absolutely incredible match. Both players were neck and neck the entire time. Cam with a 1-point lead out of both rounds. Just came down to the 4-pointers, and Cam got close, but couldn't quite pull it, which is, it happens to the best of us.
Absolutely. We'll go ahead. We'll talk to our unfortunate second place finisher today, Cameron Holzmann. An incredible game throughout, getting a category that you're not feeling great about, putting up a big enough round to still come out with a 1-point lead, maintaining the same 1-point lead you had around one. Just comes down to, honestly, one word in a 4-pointer. How are you feeling?
Yeah, I think accuracy-wise, we played exactly the same. If you look at it, round 2, we played exactly the same in our given categories. Yeah, I wish I had a spun first. That category would have been nice. And then David, I don't know if he does as well in horror as I do. And then, yeah, like, it's one word, and it sucks, but oh well.
For sure. Is there this does take you out of the tournament, but you are not going to be done for this year. Trust me, you will be back. Is there anyone you are hoping to face off in the second half of the year?
No one really specific. I'll take who you throw at me. I'll take what I get, and yeah, we'll come back.
For sure. Well, you played a hell of a game, and we'll see you very soon. We bring in our winner today, David Nishimoto, pulling it out on 4-pointers. How are you feeling about your game today?
Yeah, I'm feeling great. Yeah, I just, I didn't regret picking basketball. I knew I studied a lot for that, so I just went on my gut. Didn't do quite as well as I wanted to. The first round, I always mess up with that song where I messed it up. But then, the final round, thank God for Highlander, because that got me into more movies, and then that got me to know about Orlando. So, man, it's a good feeling. It's a good feeling to win. Third round's always like crazy hard. So, Holzmann was a great opponent today, and I'm just glad to go to the next round again.
I will admit, as soon as I heard Puss in Boots: The Last Wish, I thought you were done.
Yeah.
Because it's a Fandom movie, and a great one at that, and a recent release. So I figured he knew that one really well, and he almost had it, to be fair. Just missed one. But you played great today. I had no idea about Orlando. That was an incredible poll.
Billy Zane.
Great job. You deserve this one, but it was back and forth the whole time. Holtzman played great. It just came down to luck, and that happens sometimes. And
great match. Yeah,
I'm proud of you, man. This was great.
I could sleep well tonight, even though the Celtics lost. But yeah.
But we do see you in the semifinals now, advancing on, where we'll be facing either Igor Kosik or Robert Kastner, either rookie or a faction mate. Do you have a preference? What do you think about facing either of these guys?
Yeah, I don't want to face Robert. I mean, I do want to face him knowing that he got passed around, but I know he's very good. I don't want to play another faction mate either. But
you say that, but I think for me, it's like if you play Robert, then we have somebody in the finals.
That's true. I didn't. Yeah.
So it is also worth mentioning that would be a rematch. It would be a rematch. That I think
first match.
It was my first loss.
So it would be a good rematch to see where now we're going to be at. So.
Yeah. And Igor, I have no idea about him, so that's a scary thing to face if I face him. So, of course, if Robert wins, then one of us from DMC will be in the championship. So, love that.
Sure. Well, congratulations on your win. We'll see you in the semifinals. and we go to Jack Pinchuk now. Put a bow on it. Wrap it up for us, Jack.
Yeah, no. What more can I add that I didn't say earlier? It was a great match. Probably my favorite match I've seen of what's been put out so far for this tournament. Really, really hard fought on both sides, and just Cam, one word away.
For sure. So thank you all so much for watching this installment of the almost did Fandom of the Multiplex Movie Melee Summer Series Tournament. We'll see you guys again real soon with a great match for everyone here. That has been David. That has been Cam. That has been Jake. That has been Jack. I have been Caleb, and this has been Movie Melee. We'll see you guys real soon with another great match.
Goodbye. Later.
After you, Junior. You'll always have Paris.
Bye-bye, boys.
Have fun storming the castle.
Think it'll wait?
It would take a fair.
Bye.